Good morning, boys and girls. Boys and girl. And the bigger ones, too. Do you all have friends? What kind of friends do you have? Do you have friends at school? What other kinds of friends could you have? Pets? Well, this is a story about some really unique friends. Put that away. Have you ever had a dog friend? I used to have a dog friend. I had lots of dog friends through the years. How about a cat friend? Have a cat friend? Do you like cats? I like cats. I have 4 of them. And this is a friendship between a dog, and can you guess what else it might be? No, it's not a cat. It's a dolphin. Do you know what a dolphin is? Well, how can you imagine that a dog and a dolphin can become friends? Well, the dog's name was Gunner, and he belonged to a young lady named Marie. She had loved dolphins from the time she was just a little girl. She was just fascinated by dolphins, and she wanted to learn how to work with dolphins and train them and study them. So she went to the University of North Carolina and got a degree in marine biology specializing in dolphins. And then she got hired by the Florida, let me see if I get this just right, the Dolphin Research Center in the Florida Keys. And so for 8 years there, she studied and worked with dolphins, training them, learning about them, befriending them. So she had a lot of dolphin friends. And so one day she decided to bring her new golden retriever puppy, whose name was Gunner, to the Dolphin Center and just see how he reacted. Well, he was fascinated with them. And he made friends with some of the dolphins, particularly one named Delta. Delta was a male dolphin that was about the same age as Gunner, and these two became close friends to the point where, well, they couldn't actually get in the, well, I suppose Gunner could have gotten in the water, but the dolphin couldn't stay out of the water very long. He couldn't walk around like Gunner could, but he would come to the end of the pier where Gunner was, and he would stick his nose up, and you know what Gunner did? He gave him a kiss, and he washed his face. And it was just fascinating to Marie to see how these two very different animals interacted. And then, after a few years, well, one of Gunner's jobs was when the dolphins would toss their toys, he would bring them back. And so, as a golden retriever, that was his favorite part of the job. But he worked with the dolphins just as much as the trainers did. So that was really special. And then Marie had a little boy whose name was Lucas. And he also liked to watch the dolphins. He would stand on the end of the dock as a little guy, and he would wave at the dolphins and blow kisses to the dolphins. He couldn't get in the water with them. He was too little, but he really liked watching the dolphins and watching Gunner interact with the dolphins. And so what does that tell us about friendship? I think we can be friends with anybody. God wants us to be friends, in fact, with everybody. And Lucas learned a very special lesson that everybody is worth loving, and it doesn't matter whether you have 2 legs or 4 legs or no legs, or if you're a fish or a dolphin or a bird or whatever, or somebody in your neighborhood that doesn't look like you. All of those can be our friends. And that's what Jesus wants us to do. So you can think about that and go back to your seats now. Thank you.